India's main opposition party has come out strongly in response to US charges against Gautam Adani, demanding immediate accountability and an independent probe. This comes even as the Congress faces questions over bribery in states controlled by the party. The Indian billionaire currently faces serious charges of bribery and securities fraud in two separate investigations brought by US authorities. It is, in fact, the first time an Indian business leader of this standing is facing such charges. While the decision was taken in the US, the market mayhem was felt in India, with Adani stocks wiping $30 billion in value. The leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, hit back at the government for allegedly shielding Gautam Adani as fresh allegations surface.
Why Mr. Adani is still running around a free man in this country? Chief ministers have been arrested. Jharkhand chief minister was arrested. Many people have been arrested. And Mr. Adani has done apparently one 2,000 crore scam, multiple others probably, but he's scot-free. He's running around. There's no problem. There's no investigation. And we've been raising this again and again and again. We've been raising it with the Madhvi Buch issue. We've been raising it. And it's a vindication of what we've been saying.
The indictments from both the Department of Justice and the SEC in the US are on the same bribery and fraud charges. So what are the allegations? According to charges unsealed on Wednesday by the US Attorney's Office for the Eastern District Court of New York, federal grand jury charged Gautam Adani and 7 other executives on allegations of bribery and fraud. US prosecutors allege Adani orchestrated a $250 million bribery scheme. The bribe plot allegedly involves Indian government officials to secure lucrative solar energy contracts. The authorities claim the group misled investors and banks while attempting to conceal the scheme from the authorities. Who are the parties indicted? Gautam Adani, his 2 nephews, Sagar Adani and Vineet Jain, Ranjit Gupta and Rupesh Agarwal, the executives of US-based renewable company Cyril Caban, Saurabh Agarwal and Deepak Malhotra, former employees of a Canadian institutional investor, were the parties mentioned in the indictment. What does the indictment detail? From the 54-page indictment, here are a few key points. The US complaint alleges that Adani Green paid officials in Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh and Jammu and Kashmir to commit to buying solar electricity at above market costs from their respective power distribution companies, DISCOMs, from mid to late 2021 when the alleged bribery occurred. 4 of the states were ruled by the Biju Janata Dal, the YSR Congress, the DMK or the Congress, while Jammu and Kashmir was practically ruled by the federal BJP. Despite allegations pointing to Congress-ruled states involved in the bribery, India's opposition party attacked the government on the US charges. Congress leader Jairam Ramesh reiterated the party's call for a joint parliamentary committee probe, stating the indictment validates their allegations of irregularities in Adani's business dealings. And in response to the allegations, the Adani Group denied all the charges. The group's spokesperson said, I'm quoting, the allegations made by the US Department of Justice and the US Securities and Exchange Commission against the directors of Adani Green are baseless and denied. As stated by the US Department of Justice itself, the charges in the indictment are allegations and the defendants are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty, quote unquote. And the group added that all possible legal recourse will be sought. The ruling BJP has pushed back against the allegations, emphasizing that the charges are yet to be proven. Party spokesperson Amit Malviya argued that the alleged bribes were paid to state governments in opposition-ruled states, including Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh. He questioned why the Congress has not addressed corruption under its leadership in these states. However, opposition leaders like Priyanka Chaturvedi criticized regulatory bodies such as SEBI for failing to act against Adani earlier, calling it a lapse in corporate governance. The political debate, meanwhile, continues to intensify as both the sides trade accusations. So what happens next? An indictment comes after the decision to take the case before the grand jury is made. Once the prosecutors have studied the material gathered from investigators, the parties are formally informed of a charge when they are indicted. The fundamental information about the charges against the person included in the indictment, if these allegations are proven, financial fines and a prohibition on the defendant's ability to serve as directors or officials in corporations subject to US exchange laws. What's the market reaction? Adani Group units, shares and bonds tumbled after US prosecutors charged founder Gautam Adani. Adani dollar bonds fell by a record and the group firm's stocks crashed between 10% and 20%. Flagship Adani Enterprises shares slumped as much as 20%, the most since June 4. Adani Enterprises stock marked its worst day, in fact, since February 2023. Adani Green Energy crashed 19%. Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone tumbled 15%. The group's Adani Green firm cancelled a $600 million bond issue after the allegations. The development hit an already fragile investor sentiment, with the benchmark NSE Nifty 50 index falling deeper into correction territory. The market reaction wiped $30 billion from Adani Group stocks in just the first hour of trading. That marked the worst decline since a short seller report in 2023 by Hindenburg Research, which caused a more than $150 billion decline in the value of Adani Group firm stocks. Ratings agency Moody's downgraded the outlook for the Adani firms, and the group's top investor, GQG Partners, based in Australia, reportedly lost about 25% of its investment value. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.